Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here, and this is something that I just wanted to talk about because this is just a subject that it really frustrates me when I see people doing this. This is about, wrestling fans, and that really just like to trash WWE, and they like to, trash a lot of, WWE's really big legends, and, people are, saying that, like, they're boring and they're terrible wrestlers and they can't wrestle and just they're awful competitors and they haven't had any good matches, blah blah blah. You know what I'm getting at. And this it's just really frustrating to see that sometimes. Because people I've seen people do this for guys like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. I've seen some for Stone Cold before, and yeah, you can just see what I'm getting at. Like, big stars in the company. And I've seen some people really just bash them and just say what I was just saying. They were awful in the ring and just were terrible wrestlers and all that crap. It just really frustrates me to see that. And I've seen people trash some of their matches. Like, I've seen people trash Hogan and Warrior at WrestleMania 6, saying it was a terrible match. I've seen people say that Rock versus Hogan at WrestleMania 18 wasn't very good. This is a lot of people have done this with a lot of Hulk Hogan's matches. I've just said that they're been terrible matches, and it's just really frustrates me to see that because Hulk Hogan, he's had a lot of really great matches in his career, and Ultimate Warrior also had some great matches in his career. And yeah, there's been a lot of people that really may not have been the best technical wrestlers, but they still were very enjoyable and they had a lot of really great matches. I mean, the people who do this stuff, I mean, if they don't think these matches are great matches, like Hulk Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania 18, if they don't think those are real great matches, then these are just completely like internet wrestling nerds who really just don't understand what wrestling is really about. Because these people, they probably are fans of the indie wrestling stuff, with seeing the really technical wrestling stuff and the high flying and all that stuff. I mean, the people who do that, I mean, if they really are just all about the technical shit, I mean, why do they even watch the WWE in the first place? I mean, yeah, this is, if any of you are like that, if you're just about the technical wrestling shit 24/7, what in the hell do you even watch the WWE for to begin with? Why have you even started watching that to begin with? Why did you ever watch that? Because the WWE has never been about the technical wrestling shit all the time. The WWE has been about, epic feels, drawing money, and just entertaining the people, which is what people like that can do. Hulk Hogan is capable of doing it. Ultimate Warrior is capable of doing it. Stone Cold is capable of doing it. The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker. I mean, yeah, you just name them. The big stars like that, they are actually capable of entertaining the fans, and they are actually able to give things like epic feels and drawing money. I mean, yeah, there are just people that do this. I've seen a lot of people really just criticize the older eras of wrestling, like the Hulk Hogan era in the 1980s and the early 1990s, saying that a lot of the matches during that time sucked. They were saying the Ultimate Warrior always sucked and never had any great matches. I saw a comment on a video of the Raw match between Booker T and Buff Bagwell in 2001. I heard people, I saw a comment on that with somebody saying that match was better than anything the Ultimate Warrior did, and that's just comments like that are things that just really frustrate me. Because, I mean, Ultimate Warrior, he had a lot of really enjoyable and great matches in his career. I mean, he had the SummerSlam 1989 match with Rick Rude, WrestleMania 6 with Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 7 with Randy Savage. I mean, yeah, people have said that that's just a really phenomenal match. I mean, yeah, Ultimate Warrior, he had a lot of really great matches in his career, and he was also a very enjoyable character. A lot of people really liked the Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior really had the crowd going. And yeah, Hulk Hogan was also like that too. Hulk Hogan was a great entertainer. Everybody were fans of Hulk. A lot of people really did like Hulk Hogan in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, I mean, and people seem to now just like to complain and just criticize people like Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior stuff, people who really may not have been the best technical wrestlers, and those people just like to always just criticize them and just like hate on them, calling them terrible and that they were always awful and stuff. I've heard some people like say that John Cena is actually better than Hulk Hogan. Like, what the fuck is that shit? Alright? I mean, if you say that, then you're just... I don't even know what to say to you, but you're quite honestly really an embarrassment of a wrestling fan if you actually think John Cena is actually better than Hulk Hogan. Like, Hulk Hogan, he actually like did a lot for the wrestling business, and he just like really has made wrestling what it is today. John Cena, he's just like driving the ratings down to the ground. I mean, if you actually think John Cena is better than Hulk Hogan, I just don't know if you're really a wrestling fan, to be honest. I mean, Hulk Hogan, he always had like the crowd in the palm of his hands. He actually knew when to make his comebacks, and yeah, the crowd was actually hot for Hulk Hogan. John Cena cannot do any of that. Alright, he doesn't know how to work a match. Crowd hate him. I mean, John Cena, he is not on par with Hulk Hogan at all, alright? So don't you ever say John Cena is better than Hulk Hogan. And there are people that are saying that, like, people like Roman Reigns and people like that are, like, better than Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, stuff like that, saying Hulk Hogan and Warrior were awful, and, like, Roman Reigns is, like, a great competitor, or a better competitor than them. Like, seriously, what the hell are you on? As I just said, Hogan and Warrior were great entertainers. People were actually fans of Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. Like, the crowds were actually really hot for Hogan and Warrior. Those two were actually like really over with the crowd. Look at Roman Reigns. Do you see him like that? Do you see the crowds like going really like hot for Roman Reigns? Do you see Roman Reigns being over with the crowd? No. Roman Reigns, he's just being like always booed. Nobody likes him. I mean, Roman Reigns, he's like he is nowhere on par with Hogan and Warrior, okay? I mean, people just need to shut up about that technical wrestling shit, okay? As I just said before, WWE is not even about the technical wrestling shit. They've never been about that. They've been about, like, really, like, great storylines, which they have done, like, great many times. And about, like, great characters like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and Stone Cold, The Rock, and all that. Yeah, just like the really big stars, and yeah, they just really like know how to get well, at least they used to know how to get their really big stars over with the crowd and actually make them enjoyable for the people. Yeah, they really don't do that anymore now. They always get like John Cena, Roman Reigns, and a lot of those guys. A lot of them just get booed today, and yeah, WWE just really can't get them over now anymore. But they used to be able to do it really well with their top stars. Like, people were fans of Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan got the crowd going. Ultimate Warrior could do it. Stone Cold, of course, can do it. The Rock could do it. I mean, yeah. Oh. I mean, it just can really be just so freaking frustrating to see, like, these internet wrestling nerds always just coming, and they just like to just criticize the WWE and their stars. And they say, like, these guys didn't have great matches because they didn't do technical wrestling, but it doesn't need technical wrestling to be a great match. Like if the match is actually entertaining without technical wrestling, it can still be a great match. I mean, you see a lot of that done with Hulk Hogan's matches. Like, you don't really see a lot of technical wrestling in a lot of Hulk Hogan's matches, but they get really entertaining, and the people actually like them. Yeah, I mean, this just can be so... This just really frustrates me so much. Don't you? I mean, just people need to just shut up about the technical shit. I mean, if you're just an indie fan and you're just obsessed with technical wrestling, just do yourself a favor and stop watching the WWE, because you're not going to get any of that in the WWE, because that's not what they're about. Okay? The WWE, as I've said, the WWE is about epic feels, which they can do a lot. I mean, they did it with like Rock and Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold and The Rock. Rock and John Cena still did have a pretty good feel to it. I mean, yeah, it's like two like big mega icons really just colliding with each other. Like, there are times when people can legitimately get upset and really can like criticize it. I mean, like Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, Triple H and Brock Lesnar, I mean, yeah, I mean, there are times when people can actually really like make legitimate it, criticisms about it and really say it is bad because sometimes it can get bad. But I mean, most of the time they do it, it's just ridiculous and it's just like indie wrestling in IWC nerds, and they just really don't understand the WWE and what it's really about. Because yeah, Hulk Hogan, he was a great entertainer, and people were fans of him. And Hulk Hogan had a lot of very enjoyable matches. Ultimate Warrior had enjoyable matches in his career, and he was a great character. He was really over. And yeah, Stone Cold, of course, he's really over. I mean, yeah, people, as I've said before, people have said that Stone Cold was kind of crap in the ring, even though he's not. I mean, Stone Cold, he's still had a lot of really enjoyable matches, and he was just so freaking over with the crowd. I mean, look at him, like, look how hot the crowd was for him, like, in 1998, 1999, during the Attitude Era. I mean, you saw, like, the crowds went ballistic for Stone Cold. So, I mean, gosh, they don't need to have technical wrestling to actually be liked and be considered great wrestlers. Like, you can do any punches or kicks or technical wrestling, but if you're, like, actually entertaining people, well, then you can be, then, like, that's enough for you to really be considered a good wrestler, especially in the WWE. Like it doesn't need to be all technical wrestling all the time. Like, if they're actually entertaining you, then that they can actually be considered good wrestlers, which is something like Hulk Hogan's a great one, Ultimate Warrior, he was a good one, The Rock's a good one, Stone Cold's a good one, Triple H is a good one, Undertaker's a good one. Yeah, I mean, you can just go on and on. Like, a lot of those guys, you're not seeing a lot of technical wrestling from them, but they still are really entertaining to watch. So, yeah, they are, like, good in the ring, and they do have a lot of good matches. So, yeah, this is just something I want to talk about because it just gets so frustrating to see, like, these IWC nerds always just wanting to criticize anything they can because it's not all technical wrestling. Man. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. So, yeah, let me know how you feel about all these IWC wrestling nerds. And if it really does frustrate you as much as it frustrates me. So that's all I really have to say about it. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.